I'm Rob Daly. I'm an academic developer at Heriot-Watt University in Edinburgh. Part of my role there is to support research staff in terms of research staff development and academic staff development. And one of the elements I focus on is providing supervisory development for research supervisors at all levels. And one of the unusual elements of Heriot-Watt's research student community is we have an engineering doctoral program whereby the students on that program are actually based in industry for more than 3/4 of their 4 years as a doctoral student. And therefore their day-to-day supervision is by somebody who's industry-based rather than somebody who's an academic in a university context. The students themselves, the research engineers, have a different approach to their research than those who are the PhD students who are normally in an academic setting, in that they may be working on a number of different projects over the course of 4 years rather than a single project, although some of them will work on just one project. And the project is likely to have a far more commercial aim rather than a purely academic knowledge enhancement aim. They're also working within a company structure, so there's a strong commercial imperative for the students' work, and their supervisors will be normally people who are managing other projects within the industry within that company, and they will have a very commercial view. So their purpose and what they're looking for will be different to what an academic supervisor would normally be looking for. So one of the things we do at Heriot-Watt is we provide specific supervisor training for the industrial-based supervisors. Now across the university we normally run supervisory development for all our research supervisors, and we run workshops 2 or 3 a year based on those who are new to doctoral supervision. And we've taken a version of that which we've then tailored to ensure that it fits the context of the industrial supervisor and gives them the tools and understanding they need to be effective in that role. One of the things we ensure for this particular engineering doctoral process is that the student and the supervisors need to meet 4 times a year. And that's part of the standard process, and that's reasonably well policed. And 2 of those meetings have to be face-to-face. So we try and make sure that we provide ample opportunity for at least the student and their 2 supervisors to get together. And that helps to create a stronger bind between the academic side of the community and the academic side of the project and the industrial community. And once you start building those bridges between people, they will then naturally open out and other conversations will happen. So at the workshop themselves, the supervisors from industry will meet other industrial-based supervisors. We run a student conference activity. So there's a day when all the NHD students come on and they present their work to an audience of academics and industrial supervisors and others. And that means bringing everybody involved in the program together, as well as some of the people from the academic side who may not be officially involved in the program but have an interest in the science. And that helps to create a better community of practice of these researchers who are all researching in the same area, even though they might be doing it for slightly different purposes and certainly in different contexts in that between academia and industry. The first bit of advice I would give to a new industrial supervisor is make sure they understand what's expected of the student and what the university expects and what the funders expect, because these are all funded by the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council. And we provide handbooks and fairly clear guidance on that, so they should read all that. And the second thing is to keep in contact with both the student and the academic supervisor. Make sure that those contacts are regular and that you have a sufficient time put aside every couple of months to actually sit down and discuss the progress with the project itself and where the work is going. But also to take time to discuss with the student, because the concept of a doctorate and the product of a doctorate is not just the thesis or the work and the papers or patents that the student creates or contributes to, but also the development of the student themselves. These programs are created in order to provide highly qualified engineers and researchers to feed into industry needs and academic needs going forward. And so the development of the individual is at least as important as the progress of the work itself. So at the moment, for the industrial-based supervisors at Heriot University, we provide an annual 3-hour workshop for them specifically, a tailored workshop, and we invite all the new industrial supervisors to come to Heriot for an afternoon and meet other industrial supervisors and get some training and development and discussion about what their role is and what their wider understanding of the whole process of an engineering doctorate. There's a real challenge in that timing, once a year. It's difficult for all people to make sure their diaries are clear for that, despite the fact that we give them the month, the date 6 or 8 months ahead of time. So one of the things we're going to try and do to enhance the support we provide is we're going to try and do a version of that online, probably 2 or 3 sort of shorter sessions over a period of 3 or 4 weeks, so that the industrial supervisors can engage with that from their computers, either from their offices or wherever they might be.